Hey everybody, Matt here with Michigan Boneheads Outdoors, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing just a little bit of a gear dump here on what I'm using this 2025 season. Went to Cabela's today, Bass Pro Shops. I keep on getting them confused because I remember back in the day they were separate stores, but now they're together. But we went to Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's here in Houston. Had to get a few small little things just before season starts because our season starts October 1st in Michigan. Some seasons have already started in different states, like Missouri. Missouri is about to be opening up here, I think tomorrow, and I think New Hampshire, Connecticut, one of the big boy states, Kansas is opening relatively soon. So the the hunt is on, like T-Bone says, right? You know, the hunt is on. So, like I said, today we're going to be doing a little bit of a gear dump, and I want to show you what I'm going to be using this 2025 season. So, welcome back to another episode of Michigan Boneheads Outdoors. Just sit back, relax, and let's get into it, guys. Right? Let's do it. So like I said, guys, first things first, this is not all of my gear. Like I said, I have a lot of gear at my dad's house in Michigan. I got probably about 2 or 3 rooms full, of stuff. I might have a problem, but yeah. So, but anyways, I want to get with you on just a little bit of the stuff that I got from Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's today. Um, some things that I've already acquired, and like I said, I want to get into what I got. So, first things first, I found one heck of a steal, bro. Okay, pretty sure you guys are all familiar with scent lock. Okay, absolutely love scent lock. I know there's biased opinions about scent lock. Does it work? Does it not work? And I can look you dead in the eye right now and tell you, yes, it works. But you got to know how to take care of it and how to activate the carbon. Okay. I do have videos on my channel about all of that. Okay. And it is, I think it's titled like how to take care of your scent lock. A lot of people wash it. You're not supposed to wash it. There's just different variations on how to actually take care of this product, how to store it and use in conjunction with it. But like I said, that's on the channel. So today, like I said, it is a black thermal um, long sleeve base layer. Last year I got pretty cold because, like I said, guys, I do live in the South. For 10 years, I am Michigan born and raised, but once you get out of the cold for 10 years, kind of go back and forth, you get cold, okay? But this was originally $99, right? Okay, price tag was $99, and guess how much I got it for? I got this thing for 64 bucks. Heck of a steal. This is, like I said, a great product to have. Like I said, this is really going to keep me warm in the woods. I really can't wait to use that this upcoming season. So on to the next item. Next item on the list is, I'm not really much of a superstition type of person. Um, I do kind of feel like there's things that you should take in the woods that can give you luck, that don't give you luck. It is what it is. But I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try something new this year. Bass Pro Shop socks. Hopefully they'll give me good luck. Um, I needed another pair of hunting socks. These aren't like the real big thermal socks. These are just regular socks. My feet kind of get a little hot in my boots. My boots are thin-insulated. I think I got like 600 or 800 thin-insulate boots. So these are perfect, especially like during the rut. I don't hunt in winter yet because, like I said, I only have 2 weeks, guys, to get this done. So we're going up October 28th through November 13th. I'll be coming home just before rifle season opens in Michigan. So kind of dealing with the cold, but not really. And that's why my scent lock, I kind of have like a mid-weight scent lock. I don't have, the Savannah or any of the, the really heavy duty, cold coats or pants. because I hunt the rut, and at that November 5th through the 9th, that sweet spot that us bow hunters talk about, that's where I have the most luck, guys. So that's where I do accordingly to my hunts. So there again, we're gonna see if these puppies can bring me some luck in the woods this year. Another piece of gear that I have, guys, that is really, really important to me. This is something that you cannot buy in stores. This is hard work, dedication, wanting to learn. Um, it is countless hours watching that TV, learning from other people, and the piece of equipment that is very, very vital for me is my Michigan deer maps. Okay, especially in the spots where I'm going to be hunting. I'm looking at topo lines, transition lines, land features, all this stuff, guys. Right? So just a little. I'm not going to want to show you, but I don't want to show you the spots where I'm at. But this is just countless hours of, like I said, guys, wanting to learn how to think like a deer. And there is two channels, guys, okay, YouTube channels that have taught me more than anything. These YouTube channels are absolute game changers. Okay, it's Eberhard Outdoors on YouTube, and we all know the the godfather of saddle hunting, Mr. John Eberhard. Okay, Michigan hunter, has 30 some record book bucks on public land or knock on doors for free permission, never owned a lease, never owned nothing. The guy knows what he's talking about. If you don't follow that YouTube page, I highly suggest you do. The other one is Mr. Daniel Unfold himself, the hunting beast. Okay. I've learned a lot more from him on how to read and interpret sign. And that was a big part of my success the last couple of years. I went from kind of seeing deer every other year, but blah, 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 to every single time I'm in the woods, I know what to look for, and I'm on deer. Um, if you don't follow that YouTube page, I highly recommend you do. But going back to what I mean is my hunting maps. Like I said, put the time in. It's just like everything else. If you put more time in it, you're going to be more successful. So that's another piece of equipment that is really, really important to me to take up in the woods with. And then this piece of equipment, guys, that I really, really like, again, it is from ScentLock. It is the carbon absorber. Okay, I put these in my totes that I have, and they work wonders. They last quite a while. Okay, um, this again, guys, this ScentLock is a game changer. I know, like I said before, there's a lot of biased opinions on ScentLock. Guys, it works, but you just need to put in the time to learn how to use it, how to store it, and use in conjunction with it. And I'm telling you guys that this puts you so close to deer that it's unreal. You don't really have to pay attention to wind. It is true. So that is another piece of equipment that is really, really important, because being scent free in the woods is important, especially if you're a bow hunter. Okay, it's different when you're rifle hunting and shooting a deer at 200 yards compared to a bow when you need to get them in between that 30-yard to 25-yard range on in. Okay, so that is a major key to our success here. Another piece of equipment here, guys, is this year for the longest time I've shot fixed blades, and I started to see these broadheads that come out. They came out a few years ago, and I just never really tried them. But I've put my foot down. I did the switch, and I'm going to be doing the G5 Mega Meats. Did my research on these broadheads. A lot of people don't know they're Michigan made. I got to represent my state, but this is not the reason why I switched. The reason why I switched, guys, is because they're more aerodynamic. They have a way bigger cut than an actual fixed blade, because you get like the 1.25 inch and the 8 cut. This is 2-inch cut, okay? And where I hunt, I want to be able to put them down as quickly as I possible, because that's just the humane thing to do, right? But I just there's a lot of stuff around my hunting area that I don't want them to get into. There's just a lot of stuff, a lot of junk, a lot of water. So I just want to get them down for the count, and I really am excited to try these G5 mega meats out. So another piece of equipment is what I'm shooting, guys, right? So what I'm shooting is the Carbon Express Terminators. Okay. I stripped the fletchings off, the actual standard fletchings. I put a quick fletch on there from NAP. And as you can see right here, I put a nocturnal lighted Nox. Um, this is an awesome, awesome setup. I love Carbon Express. I've shot Carbon Express as long as I've been bow hunting, and that's going on 15 plus years now. Um, I don't really get into spending the $100-$150. You know what I'm talking about, on a 6-pack or 12-pack of arrows. I just don't do it. I bought these at Academy for $7.99 a piece. Okay, so they are an awesome, awesome arrow. I have no problem shooting these arrows. They're great, great product. But like I said, I just did the fletching difference, and I will show you the nocturnal. And look at there, guys, right? The camera doesn't do it justice. These nocturnals are very, very bright. They are the nocturnal shifts. As you can see, there is just a little shift piece right here, and all you have to do is just push them back, shut right off. Really, really excited about this arrow setup. So we're going to be doing some damage. The only thing that I got too is because I got to cut these arrows still. I just bought some brand new inserts. Here's all the arrow types that these inserts fit, and I just got them for probably about $10. I got a 27 to 28 inch draw length, and this arrow that I measured is probably about 31, 32. So you still got to get these cut, but this is a great, great setup. Another piece of equipment that I use, guys, again, I do hunt public land in Michigan, and I just want to let that be known, is these trail markers. Okay, if I can give you a piece of advice, especially for somebody that is hunting on public land in any type of state, whether you're Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, anywhere that you are hunting public land, and you need a marker, these are great. The one thing is, do not buy the white or the orange. The brown ones are less noticeable on the trees. I'm pretty sure if any of you scouted in the woods before and you found like the white tacks or the orange tacks, that'll lead anybody to your spot. And on public land, unfortunately, tree stands get stolen, cameras get stolen. It's part of the game, right? But I use the brown tacks. Like I said, they're very, very kind of harder to notice on trees, but these are very, very good. The one thing though is that they're not as bright as the white or the orange, but this will get you to your spot back and forth in the dark, no problem. Another piece that's really imperative for me, we just talked about the tacks, getting in and out from your spot in the morning or at dark, is my little flashlight here. Guys, this is all I use. Okay, I do have a headlamp that's red. Okay, and for a lot of people that don't know, deer have a very, very hard time either seeing green or red. Okay, if you have anything blue, it's like that to their eyes. Okay, so just let that be known. Anything blue is very, very bright to them. red and green, they really cannot see that color. It's really just, it's more kind of like a really, really, really dark, almost dim type of orange. Um, but yeah, this is all I use, guys, right here. I don't need a 15,000 lumen light, because guess what? They're going to be seeing you coming way before you even know those deer are even in existence, you know, around your area. So what I do, and what again, what John Eberhart taught me, get you one of these little lights here, okay? And what you want to do, guys, is you want to cup that light from this to this. So what you do is you start walking through your spot, and all you have to do is just hit that little tack and then walk towards that tack. Once you start getting to that tack again, hit it with the light again and walk back down. You don't want it super bright, okay? Don't let them deer know that you're coming, okay? We want to be like what? We want to be like ghosts, okay? This is a very, very important, you know, tool, and a very important piece of a very important tip, okay? So this is all I use, guys. This is seriously, this is all you need. Another piece of equipment, guys, that's very, very vital to me and very, very important, again, is something that you can't buy in a store, okay? This is just, again, like with my maps, just time and just hours upon hours of watching videos, learning, putting boot leather on the ground, um, just just knowledge to where, try to get as much knowledge about deer and deer behavior as possible. So the next piece of equipment that is very, very important to me is my notebook. Okay, I take a lot of notes, guys. Like I said, I spend hours upon hours um, watching that screen back there on how to decipher spots. What do they mean? What do the deer behavior mean? Um, how they can come into different scrapes. You know, what do different rubs indicate? Um, Thermals, how to hunt saddles, SMZs. Just tons and tons of knowledge. You know, barometric pressure, how to hunt swamps, oxbows. I mean, the thing goes on and on and on. So that's one piece of the equipment that I bring with me is my notebook. Because you know, I'm human. Sometimes I forget. But I can go back if I find a specific sign or something like that. I'm like, okay, what does this sign mean? I can come back to this book, and I'm like, okay, all right. Now I know how to hunt it, and now I know how I can set up accordingly. You know, and it's all handwritten. You know, it's all handwritten, guys. Like I said, I spent hours how to hunt hill country, how to decipher bedding, um, buck funnels and sign, just, you know, even different tracks, what they mean. This is very, very important for me to bring them out in the woods. And again, you can't buy this. The only way you can get this is just open your ears and learn. Okay. I believe that God gave you two ears and two eyes for one reason and only one mouth. He wants you to see and hear more than you talk. Okay. So listen to the old timers, listen to people that have been more successful. Use your eyes, learn how to decipher sign, you know, learn how to just interpret what it means, you know. So that is very, very important, is to just put your time in, want to learn what it means, and you'll be successful in the woods. And lastly, guys, the new piece of equipment that I have that I'm really, really excited to use is these drawn wind indicators. Okay, what this is, guys, is, I'm, you know, there again, okay, learning from Dan Infalt himself, milkweed, thermals. If you don't know about all that, can't get into it in this video. There again, do your research. Start learning. Okay, there's nothing wrong with learning. especially when you're trying to get on mature pressured whitetails, right? Deer use thermals more than would they use anything else, their eyes or their ears or whatever. They trust their nose more than anything. But what this product is a little piece of silicone, right? There's a little clip on the back right here that you could kind of, if you have like a bino harness or whatever, then you can clip it onto that. Um, Very inexpensive. I think I paid like 13 bucks for it. But what it is, like I said, it's a circular thing of silicone, and you press it down, and it's a milkweed holder, and you can just chock full that thing of milkweed. So when you're sitting there, like I said, thermals is very, very important, and all you have to do is just pull it out. Just pull it out. Very, very, really want to try this out this year. So it does come with a little Velcro strap. Like I said, you can run it on a vinyl harness, or what I'm guessing what you can probably do with this is, kind of Velcro it to your side of your bow or whatever, wherever it may be. Or if you want to Velcro it to a backpack or your belt loop or whatever it may be, you have that option. But like I said, drawn archery, like I said, $13. Um, I think even tethered actually carries these on their website as well, and I think that's where I got mine from, was from Tethered. So again, really excited to try that. Like I said, guys, a lot of my real big uh, equipment stuff is at home in Michigan. Probably got like 2 to 3 ScentLock suits, the Rogue ScentLock backpacks. I got dry shod rubber boots. I got Rocky snake proof boots. I got, I shoot a PSE Brute X that was 10 years ago. Had phenomenal success with that bow. It's very light. I have, like I said, had no problems with it. It's very, very fast. Um, I use True Fire releases, the wrist strap ones. I don't use the actual like 4-fingered ones. Um, I mean, like I said, I use ScentLock. Kind of showed you a little bit of some of the equipment that I have here. I, you know, Once I get up there, guys, I probably would do another little tiny gear dump to, like I said, to kind of add to this one. But for right now, showed you guys what I got at the house, and hopefully this kind of shows you a little tricks and tips of what I use, and we'll just see what 2025 season has to offer us, right, guys? So, and I just can't wait until we get in the woods. I'm really, really ready to get something down. So, if you guys can do me a favor, just please subscribe to the channel. We're growing pretty well here, but we can't do it without you. So, again, just give me a subscribe, and always remember to keep bringing traditions back home. Later, guys.